Michai, Masai, Kaliste, Balehai. Go. Welcome everyone. Welcome to our episode 6, Mahabharata Relevance in Modern Day Life.
Thank you everyone for your valuable feedback and suggestions. Starting this episode, we are going to kind of throw our voices a little bit and increase the sound. Hopefully we'll experience that sound quality better. There are some other suggestions that at present, due to technical and logistical reasons, we are not able to fully implement yet. Yeah. What are we going to discuss today, Raji?
So we've been covering a lot of things about organization, communications and all. So we thought we'll pick a topic which applies to everyone in every walk of life. That is physical health and wellness, and we in relevance to the mind, body and soul. So today we'll be covering those topics, and we are covering those in these areas, basically food, sleep, discipline, mind and meditation. Basically how to overcome stress, to be honest. So let's see how Mahabharata has those references and how we can learn from them in regards to these areas. So maybe you want to start with the food?
Yeah, no, food. Who doesn't like food or who doesn't love food? So I can think of the first reference goes back to Adi Parva, Laksha Gruha Dahanam case, where Bhima, he has a big appetite and he also does that equivalent physical work. But on the day, he had great and full meal, but Krishna comes and reminds him, hey, you have a task at hand.
You better be alert.
You better
because
be
there
alert.
may be a danger at night.
There may be a danger. I'm so impressed that he doesn't doze off. He is awake throughout the nights. He carries rest of 5 people on his shoulder.
I have no idea how this. You can't even imagine the might of Bhima. They say his power is equivalent to 10,000 elephants. And just imagine carrying 4 people and
5, including
5
mom.
people. Yeah. And Arjuna and all, they're all 6 foot, most of them, right? So along with Arjuna and Yudhishthira. So it's kind of, I don't know how mighty he is.
I mean, what I get from it is, you can eat, you might have a big appetite, but when there is a need, when the need of the hour comes, you should be able to keep yourself awake and you should be able to endure that. I mean, physical endurance is important, but you cannot eat more than what you can spend.
And also, he does throughout the night, not just like throughout the night and the early next day morning, he keeps on walking, so he's able to spend that energy, right?
I also wanted to bring, before we bring that relevance to modern day life, I also wanted to touch on Arjuna. In Yuddha Parva, when he is focusing on upskilling himself, he goes and really fast.
So Aranya Parva, I think, right? You wanted to say. That is when they were in the forest. Yeah, when they were in the forest, they want to get ready.
For upskilling, basically.
Upskilling to make sure that they're ready for the battle against Kauravas. Yeah.
He actually goes to get the Pashupatastram. I know that you're going to touch on the next stage of really mantram when we discuss further. So I see both of them know exactly how much to eat, what to eat, when to eat.
He went fasting for many days. So that he can focus, meditate and get all the kind of powers and also the weapons. And he also fights. I don't know. I mean, when you fast, you feel that you don't have energy, but he has energy to fight against Shiva, the mightiest person.
Yeah, but for me, I just want to kind of say that, you know what, we have fasted, we continue to fast.
Every 15 days we fast. And
I don't think, like, I'm actually really brightest on a fasting day. So don't think that fasting is going to kind of reduce your attentiveness.
That's a myth that you'll not have energy or you'll lack focus when you fast. Actually, it's the other way. You'll have more energy and you can focus more. And in Mahabharata, the Arjuna's example is a great reference for that. And talking about the next one, sleep. I guess we all know that to overcome stress, you need to have a good sound sleep or deep sleep, right? That's what they say. And in Mahabharata, there is a reference of that in Shanti Parva, where Yudhishthira asked Krishna early in the morning, instead of good morning, the wish is, hope you had a good sleep. And how he says is, did you had a Shushupti Sukha? So what does that mean is, there are 3 states in mind, right? If you have no, but basically they say Jagrat, Swapna, Shushupti. Jagrat is when you're alert, and Swapna is when you have the rapid eye movement and you're in dream stage. And Sushupti is this deep sound sleep, or the consciousness of your mind is basically you have no awareness of yourself, is what they say. And that is the kind of sleep you need to have like healthy mind. So in that way you're not stressed. So that is one reference. And also when it comes to...
I want to say that, see, that is when Krishna got a peaceful sleep and he was really glowing with that calms. Whereas Ashwatthama in Sautika Parvam, that's actually referring to people who are in Sushupti also, right? Like he kills people who are in Sushupti, yeah. Sautika Parvam. He is talking to his uncle, saying that I'm not really able to get sleep because people don't get sleep for 4 reasons. When he's so articulate, so he knows why he is not getting, and he says that for these 4 reasons, and I have all the 4 reasons for me not to get sleep. One is Agraha Vesha Mohita, Ardha Chintasakta, Bayandolita, Kama Vyakulata. Basically, there is too much of anger on somebody, or there is too much of indulgence in gaining something, or there is too much of fear, and there is also instant gratification. You need to get this. He beautifully explains for the next 5 minutes, saying that these are the reasons, and I have all the 4 reasons. That's why I'm not able to get sleep.
Yeah.
I also wanted you to kind of touch on why is Duryodhana not getting sleep in Sabha Parva?
So in Sabha Parva, basically, if you have read Mahabharata, you know that Pandavas also ruled for quite some years, 23 years. Yeah. And so they got a very barren land, they made it very fertile, and they made it so prosperous that they built a beautiful palace, the best palace on, of course, certainly on the earth, but they also say among the 3 lokas, right? And Ashwamedha Yajna, Yudhishthira did that, and he invites everyone. Of course, Duryodhana goes there, and he was responsible to take care of all the presents when people give. And he was so, after finishing all those things, and when he goes back to Hastinapur, he really feels so jealous to see that how Yudhishthira and the Pandavas are so living prosperously, and how each of them provided so many valuable gifts.
But he was also rich, right? Like, did anybody remind him that you were also rich?
That's what his father, Dhritarashtra, reminds him. That don't, like, you have the wealth, same like them, or even more for that matter, right? And even his uncle also, Shakuni also reminds him. But he is, in his mind, he feels that he should be the only person who need to have the power and the wealth, and he was very jealous, and the jealousy really killed him. What means is, it literally, they describe a lot that how he couldn't eat food, he couldn't sleep, and for many days, not like 1 or 2 days.
And he lost significant weight, and Uncle Shakuni is so concerned, oh, my baby is losing weight.
And Shakuni feels so like worried that he goes to Dhritarashtra, of course, who cannot see. And that's what he says, you cannot see your son.
If you were to see.
Yeah, he has lost a lot of weight. And so that, the mental state, right, that shows the stress part of it. And how you get stress is of various reasons. And jealousy, or if you have lots of work, and of course all the 4 reasons of when you don't get sleep, right? Those are, when Ashwatthama says, those are also things. So we covered the food, the sleep, and also the mind, the state. I also want to touch on the discipline. See, to have a healthy mind and body, you need to have good discipline, and you can see that reference in Yuddha Parva when they were doing the war in the Kurukshetra war.
Before Saindava Vada, the
Yeah,
day before.
before Shaindava Vada, I think 11th day or something, I
I
forgot.
don't remember.
So Arjuna kind of said to everyone, because Saindava killed his son, Abhimanyu, he is going to either kill him the next day or he will commit suicide, to be honest. Like he said, he will die. So that was a big oath. Like Krishna was really upset that, okay, that is not good for Pandavas.
Why did you make such promise? No, what does he say? I you know what? Because I counted on you. So Krishna said that thanks for putting me on the spot. Now I have to really step up and help you out.
So he said, okay, get back to sleep or get to bed now. Don't waste your time. So he said, go sleep early and wake up early, do yoga, and then basically we both will go and get the Pashupatas Astra. So, and that is how. So this, if you kind of relate to modern day, when you have any important task, whether it is your interview or studying for an exam or like a big task which you need to achieve in your business or whichever the case, in a personal or a function at home, make sure you have a good night's sleep. And what kind of sleep we said? The Sushupti sleep, the deep sleep. You don't need to sleep for many hours, but you need to have a good few hours of deep sleep, which will give you enough like energy, and wake up early. Like as Krishna has said to Arjuna, get up before everyone wakes up, let's do the yoga and then do the work, and that gives you your setup for success kind of a thing, right? So those are the different references we can say, whether it's food, your sleep, your discipline, and also the state of your mind, to make sure that your state of your mind, whatever the case it is, there are different stages. And if you read the Mahabharata, as has mentioned, how Ashwatthama described the reasons one cannot get sleep, the 4 reasons, you can see, the more you know the knowledge, the better you're equipped, right?
Yeah, just maybe if I want to recap, Ashwatthama knew exactly why he was not getting sleep, but he was not able to control. Duryodhana is also very well versed in yoga and yogic practice, because he is able to do prayopavesham and he is able to, but the time when it was needed, he didn't, and he didn't even listen to others who were guiding, like Vidura and others were there to guide him, Bhishma and Drona. Whereas Arjuna, I see that he is really believing in his teacher. I mean, he's a friend, but he believes that you are bringing a skill set, I'm counting on you, go and sleep, we have a task to do. He is able to do. I think this, again, the spirit of mental health, one need to understand the proper food intake, restful sleep, proper meditation, cleansing of our thoughts, and again, being jealous, instant gratification, and angry, and too much of fear, all of these things are really not going to help. This is what current daily life of so many of us are leading. So this is a reminder for us to say, how can we gain control and lead our lives that are going to be physically, mentally, and even eventually leading to spiritual health.
Yeah. So I think from now onwards, hope you can catch this word. Like instead of saying good night every day, you can say Sushupti Shuka Praptirastu. So we wish you all every day to have a Sushupti Shuka Praptirastu. And I hope this was had a good reference of Mahabharata. See you all next time. Bye.
Thank you. Sushupti Sukha Praptirastu.